How exciting to be here with all of you tonight. It's Thursday night, my favorite night of the week. So great to be with all of you today. So much has been going on. I just got off of another Zoom with Pregones, Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, and Pepatian, and presented some new work from poor to Rico work, my one woman show in development. And I got to share that, and that was amazing. This week, it was announced that I am a finalist of the David Prize, 22 New Yorkers out of 10,000 applicants for $200,000. Yes, only 5 will win. And I hope to be one of the last 5 standing. I feel good about it, but whether that happens or not, the fact that I was even considered is amazing. I'm going to be doing, starting the Stage Garden Rumba events this Saturday. We got Paul Con Queso on the lineup, Advocate of Words on the lineup, and another poet named Haz Noir. How can you support me? You guys already support me. Joski C, you and your beautiful wife, Deneen, thank you so much, for your contributions and sending me money. My God, it's like pennies from heaven. I love you guys. You guys are just amazing, amazing. And the saint that I'm named after is La Caridad del Cobre. So pennies are sacred to me. Copper is sacred to me. Thank you, Marissa. So I'm going to put all the info in the chat. The list is there. We have Selena, Kelly, Basilios, Ray Jane, Abraham, Joski C, and that's how we're going to get it going. So you have 4 minutes to do your thing. Let's try to keep it tight. I'm not going to do any poetry today because I want to hear all of you. We do have a waiting list. I don't know if we will get to it, but we're definitely going to get through our 25 participants here, our poets, our pandemic poets. We have been gathering for over a year. I've gotten to know you guys. You guys are my family at this point. I can't wait to see you in person and hug you, each and every single one of you. So yeah, you got 4 minutes. Thank you to the sponsors. You already know they make it happen. Thank you to the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, neweurekan.org, the place where it all began for me. Let's see. Oh, Deneen wants to give up her slot. You let me know, Joski C, to whom, or we can just move and shift everybody up. But you know what? Let's start with Selena. Or is it Selena? I say it's Selena. Tell me how to say it.
Selena is how I say it.
How are you, Selena? Where are you tonight?
I'm in New York. I live in West Harlem.
Oh, fabulous. And what are you going to be doing?
I'm just going to be playing one of my original songs for you guys. I hope you guys like it. But this is called Feels Like a Sin.
Ooh.
Tracing lines over in my head, simple conversations that can't matter what I've said. Take me on, shatter through my skin. I've feared you for some time, but I'll calculate my wins and fight the sinking wind. Breathing, it feels like a sin I've carried all the way. Let me in, rub salt in my skin, I taste it every day. Tie me in the ribbons, ease my mind, carving out stories I'm too blind to see. It's just me. I've calcified with a feeling of remiss. I'm struggling to find the words I've longed to miss. A sigh cannot play this part. Breathing, it feels like a sin I've carried all the way. Let me in, rub salt on my skin, I taste it every day. Time in the ribbons, ease my mind, carving out stories I'm too blind to see. It's just me. The tide won't save me now. I'm carved out daily, further to the ground. The tide won't save me now. Oh, I'm carved out daily, further to the ground. The tide won't save me now. Oh, I'm carved out daily, further to the ground. Thank you, guys.
That was awesome, Selena in New York City. Let us know how to follow you. If you look in the chat, everybody loved it.
Thank you so much, guys. I'll put my Instagram or my Spotify and stuff in the chat.
Yeah, but you know what? Say it out loud because we've got people
Okay.
watching on YouTube and on Facebook and they can't see the chat. So let them know.
Okay, I will. So you can look me up on Spotify or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, YouTube as well, just Selena Tibert. So just my name, spelled Selena, and then Tibert, Tibert. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you for opening up this open mic so beautifully.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Selena Tibert.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. Okay, well, I don't see Kelly in the room, so we're gonna go to Vasilios. And Kelly, if you are under another alias, because sometimes that happens, let me know in the chat. But right now, let's unmute Vasilios Leon.
Hello.
Hi again.
What's up? Thank you for having me. I actually was prepared to give up my spot because I didn't have anything new for tonight, but Raymond reminded me that I can read one of my old plays that I've written. It's a very quick one, so I'm gonna run through that for y'all. It's a 2-person play, but I'm gonna attempt to do both parts, and let's see what happens. This is One Man Cult by Vasilios Leon. Cast of characters is naive and baby boy, any gender, anything, 19 to 23. Setting is proscenium style theater and a dugout. Time is present day, whenever. Lights up a naive. He is bringing in line number 11. Naive begins to hum I Can Hear the Bells and becomes distracted from the task at hand and drifts off into another plane of his own world. An audience begins to form in his head. He addresses the house. I love him, ear. The grungy one next to the doohickey, baby boy. Do any of you know this exotic creature? I know. Enough to know that he doesn't play for my team. Shit. Gotta lock the rope in place before I lose my grip. Naive returns to reality, then back to his own plane again, singing this time. And all because he touched me. He looked at me and stared. Yes, all right, let me stop before the whole production team notices. We'll keep this between us here. Please, just hear me out. I know we've been through this before, but there was chemistry. Not like the class I missed earlier, like pheromones and shit. At first, I was just admiring from afar, but he pulled me in. He didn't try to. I didn't need earth science to understand these tides. I was on a mission. I was the hunter, but I felt like prey. On a mission with objective to satisfy my impulses. And he is so damn cute. Fucking God. Like, do you always creep up on people like that? Only those so close to the edge, ready to fall. Are you asking? Pardon? Come here often? Would you like some butter on your muffin? Ha, nice. Yeah, I know. Mean Girls. What a fucking joke. But if his looks weren't enough, his wits worked my flirting muscles. Plump lips that do more than kiss, bulging eyes that see beyond the surface, bedroom eyes, bulging bedroom eyes. But let's be honest, his eyes was not the only thing bulging. I'm the tide, he's a flirt. I know. You all feel like I'm wasting my time. This is going nowhere fast. He's a flirt. He's straight, but he's charming. I hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. 11 months later and 11 days later, lights up on a dugout. It is 6:57 p.m. during late October. Truth or dare? I dare you to shut up and pass my weed. Truth. You cannot be trusted with dares. Okay. Is it true that you like dick? Yo, you already know that. Why you playing? True, but I got nothing. All right, truth or dare? Truth. Is it true that your middle name is Tease? How'd you know? Your mom told me. Choose one. Truth. Aha, this one's good. If we were ever at a party together and I said, naive, the answer is yes, I want a bone, would you say yes? Oh, and the catch is I'm drunk. Yikes. I'm not gonna answer that. Like, too many things factor into it, and consent's a real thing. So you can take that somewhere else, and you're probably gonna have whiskey dick. Overcomplicated. It's a simple yes or no. But it's not simple. I don't remember there ever being any fucking simplicity. From the day he snuck up from behind me, I knew I am the tide, he is the moon. I sure as hell didn't sign up to be pulled around by him as he lacerates the strings of my heart with a death grip. Is he conscious of it? Does he mean well? Will he love me in time? I don't fucking know. But I know that one thing is certain from that class. The moon pulls the tides, not intentionally. And I flow for him. But will he ever follow me? So, dare. Thank you. Sorry if I went over time, but thank you so much. Mwah.
Oh, that was great. Thank you, Vasilios. His eyes weren't the only thing bulging. Hilarious. I love it.
I see it to this day. He really playing with me.
So much so you had to write a play about it. Thank you for sharing. You know, all styles are welcome here. We do music, monologues, comedy, poetry, everything. And we have received Kelly in the room. She is with us, so let's hear from Kelly.
Hi, I live in the middle of nowhere on the border of Texas and New Mexico, and I live in an adobe house, and sometimes the internet connection is off. So I'm sorry that I'm late to the show, but I'm so glad I got to see the performance before me. I'm an upcoming poet, and I'm working on a book called Rebreaking the Bone, and it's basically focused on trauma and comparing personal grief to collective trauma. So of course, we've all went through this collective experience with the pandemic, but in the meantime, we are still experiencing personal grief. So I'm going to read two poems. One is personal grief and one is collective trauma. The first one, I will bring you into my world, and this is called Self-Pity Me. So in the middle of the pandemic, when you lose somebody, you don't have that connection with anyone. So you're just experiencing that grief. And even before pandemic, you lose someone or you deal with trauma, and the there's this disconnect after a couple of weeks. So this poem is called Self-Pity Me. And it's, yeah, I'm a little weird, a little nervous. Okay. My sorrow does not share space on a checkered love seat or a coffee shop corner table for two. No, it does not fill an aftermath of an hurricane. Broken bits of arrow pulled from my flesh did not come from war or an infuriated white man in a theater. People say they will never forget when Kennedy was crucified or when twins held each other crumbling from the skylines. This country has shed iron and salt. Our bones felt it. Our children's children will too. I have shared these pangs all the way back to my ancestors, intertwined in willow roots and crooked streams of our backyards. But my grief, consoled by prayers and tuna fish casseroles, mine, my tears, in memory of, is said to be solo, not collectively embraced by the masses. So I patch my bullet holes with cigarette butts and I'm doing well. I wash it down with whiskey and silent go fuck yourselves. Invisible, I walk around festering with gaping holes, concaving in on myself. No one bears witness, me, a festering wound, infected by grief. It is my sadness, mine, making it easier for others to kindly disregard. And the second one is, of course, the collective trauma that we've all dealt with. So let's see if I can find it. Okay. This is, I'm socially awkward. I don't know if you can pick up on that, but I was always going to these dinner parties and these cocktail parties and mingling. And I never really liked it. I always sat by the window and would try to like escape, you know, find some kind of form of escapism. And I kind of missed that during the pandemic. So this poem is called In Hindsight, I Miss Cocktail Parties. Peering out my windshield gives glimpses of a life I once felt, like a handshake or a shoulder tap at dinner parties. Staring out bay windows while mingling between bites of dry cube sandwiches, sips of cheap Merlot, and unseen coat closet kisses. Outside has never seemed spacious until our walls move inward toward TV screens and lost routines. Days become months and months became a year, coined the worst because we had to live with ourselves. Our mind's reflection of who am I? Why am I here breading strawberry on toast while we lose an equivalent of 9/11 every other day, every sad thought, mistake, mishap, and death we blame on a combined 365 days of virus and news and opposing points of view, makeshift morgues and overrun hospitals. Civil unrest has never been so restful until a disease with no cure spreads like pollen and wildfires, burning all that it touches, mixing ashes into our soil. These masks blur fine lines and hide egos, politically divided. No one listens anymore to birds singing outside open windows at dinner parties while eating fruit and room temperature brie. I don't know how much more time I have.
I think that was pretty much it. You did those two. That was fabulous. Speaking
Thank you.
Pandemic and the truth. Thank you for joining us, Kelly. Where are you tonight? Let me know. You said you're in New Mexico on the border of Texas in an adobe house.
Yeah, I live in this little house in Portales, New Mexico. Basically desert land. It's dry. There's my little baby. It's been 111 degrees here, dry heat.
Wow. Well, you brought the heat too, Kelly. Thank you so much for blazing the open mic tonight. You're always welcome back. And much love to your little girl. Gotta love the little girls. And now let's hear from the one and only Thunderlung Queen, Ray Jane.
What's up?
Hi.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I feel positive. How are you?
I feel really good. Feel really good.
It's a different energy out here, right?
It is. Are you gonna be reciting about energy? What you telling us tonight? Where you taking us tonight, Ray Jane?
I'm gonna sing a little bit, and something for all the women who are being taken advantage of right now while we go on along. This is called Olivia. Some of the lyrics are taken from the Whispers song Olivia. So of course I don't own any of that, but the poetry afterwards, of course, is mine. I hope that you can feel this. If you enjoy what you hear, you can follow me at It's Ray Jane, ITSRAYJANE, or go to my website, itsrayjane.com. So bear with me. A little nervous. Olivia the slave got distracted on a way to grandmother's house. A wolf in lamb's clothing came. He blew her mind and he changed her ways. And now she's turned out, lost and turned out, lost and turned out. This is a trigger warning to all those who feel unsafe in their own home. To the victims of sex crimes, to the victims of sex trade, to those who do not consider sex work an extension of their right to be, to those who, when faced with the choice, always choose survival. This is for you. There is a girl somewhere, not older than 8, blooming against her will. There is a flower whose delicacy falls like petals exchanging themselves for concrete. There is a lady who sneaks her dreams into her prayers while a man tears into her body. There are women on your street, powdering their only foundation over their bruises. She is your neighbor. She is not okay. There are females trapped in foreign bodies, sacrificed for others' fears, for their power, for their life is a defiance that calls too many dimensions for flat eyes. There are a group of girls huddled against the sharp of shoulders, traversing oceans, strange tuna, feed for shadow demons. There are women, perhaps the most dangerous duality, madams managing brothels of brutality, a woman and her forgotten humanity, the product of millennia of maleness, she who forgets she is a principal. Those women who teach the enemy how to capture a storm, renounce her divine for a chance to conform. Where are the women who don't need permission to fight? Where are the women who bury down every archie to make it right? Where are the women who know their power closes circuits that won't stand to see one more human sacrificed? Who'll throw down your life? And all of a sudden, it got real quiet. Collectively, we all contribute to the carnage. Closing our mouths, we managed to crush another voice that went unsaid. Silence ushering into darkness, and with our tongues caked in excuses not to don a cape, we make the beds. We pull the sheets back. We bind the skin. We turn it blue. We are responsible for what society lacks. So again, before we demand another thing from men, I'm hollering, where my women at? A curious trivia, shouted in hopes that one day we wounds deliver, Olivia.
Thank you. Ooh, Ray Jane. Thank you so much for that. You're speaking my story too. My God. You know, just today I presented my one-woman show in development from Puerto Rico, but I haven't done a one-woman show since 2009. After being sexually assaulted by the producer, you know, it took me all this time to finally feel safe again to do it. So thank you for that. And then this whole thing with Britney Spears and what her father was putting her on, like, wow, our women. You're a queen, goddess Ray Jane. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's go with Joski C. He always goes in for us, takes us on a journey too. Joski C.
Hola, bruja.
Hola, Joski.
Hey, tonight I would like to play some old shit, a song I wrote a long time ago when I was sitting on an airplane.
Sounds good to me. Let's hear that old shit. All your old shit is new shit to me.
Maybe I traveled far upon a highway, searching for a place to call my home. Maybe to some it seems I chose a hard way, searching for a dream to call my own. Maybe felt the touch of lonely sorrow chill me to my bones, and I found real love, vastness huge as ocean, swelling waves of emotion. I found real love, stronger than a mountain, flow like a waterfall fountain. Maybe sometimes I walked a bit too proudly when I thought I could find my own way. Maybe sometimes I talked a bit too loudly when I thought I had something to say. Maybe I felt the lonely nights enshroud me, darkening my days, till I found real love, vastness huge as ocean, swelling waves of emotion. I found real love, stronger than a mountain, flow like a waterfall fountain. Maybe I thought that drink would bring me blindness to pain I wouldn't have to see, anesthetize myself to life's unkindness, but darkness was shadowing me. Maybe reflections flashing by remind us of where we want to be, and I found real love, vastness huge as ocean, swelling waves of emotion. I found real love, stronger than a mountain, flow like a waterfall waterfall fountain. Real love, real love. Real love, real love.
Woo! Joski C. With that real love. We know you found real love, and I find real love every Thursday night with all of you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes the old ones are challenging because they're coming from a place that's, well, it's not current, kind of. It's trying to trip into where I was at then, you know? Different style, whole thing.
Well,
thank you so much.
Timeless, Joski C. Thank you. Always such a pleasure to hear you. I can feel the love. It's palpable. Show some love for Joski C, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you, Bruja. I appreciate you so much. Love to everyone.
Yes. Okay, let's see what's good with GK Jayaram. Asking to unmute. There.
Yes.
Hello there.
Hi. How are you?
Very well. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. I ask all of you to take a journey on the night train in India about 50 years ago. It probably still is that. The night train, like the boy who picks up his pace to the school when he sees the master standing and staring, the train speeds up as the station approaches, the rays of the dying Indian sun chasing in the rear window. The plume of white smoke like an exotic summons to heavens. The shrill whistle warns the heathens waiting to board the train. The long squeak of the giant brakes announce the arrival of the night train. In the town by the river, people pause for a moment and listen. All is well. The night train is here. There is a stampede crushing underfoot all manner of centipedes. The third-class passengers rush to the doors. Women to the ladies' carriage, men to the battlefield. As they do every night, responding to the battle cry, you got to get in, you got to get in. Not for the faint-hearted is this onerous task. No time for gentle courtesy. Patience and civility are too much to ask. Kids are slid inside through the windows. Fathers shout, shame on you, he's just a kid. And while the men inside, in a weak moment of guilt, receive the kid, the horizontal body bundle, the father pushes his body inside through the undefended door. Somehow, somewhere, God knows how, God knows where, all of us get in. A daily nocturnal miracle, glory be to hallelujah, using our bodies as weapons of war. We are victors, all of us. We stand wherever we can. I was an insider, I was an invader when I was out there. I'm an insider, cozy and warm once I slide in here. I pushed my body to push the door in. Now I push my body to keep it shut. That's how we survive. If you're out, push, push, push to get in. If you're in, push, push, push to keep them out. This is the law of the night train, my friend. No permanent enemies or friends, just permanent interests. Don't you mock us, you kids. We are 3,000 years old, and we will take wagers and bids. You want to bet? We will be here in 6,000 years, still pushing and shoving, but by Almighty God, never giving up. We stand cheek to cheek, jowl to jowl, every organ of the body in an unsolicited embrace of our neighbors' organs and bodies. In enforced intimacies, myriad smells are shared across a bridge of breaths. We stand together in total intrusion of each other's space, exuding nonchalance while waiting for a chance to squirm one's body into a stance that mimics the contours of a sculpture or of a sinuous dance, and begin an all-night penance. We will not meet each other, we travelers in the night train, but for the night we're a band of brothers, an accidental fraternity, not for eternity, but for a few hours of silent convivial communion, we are a temporary community. If the night train is a nation, the ones who get to sit are its first-class citizens. They won the lottery and get the prize. The standing ones are the immigrants, some legal, some illegal, joined by the comedy of the commons, suppressed envy, resigned to the ennui. As the standers shuffle from foot to foot and their eyes droop, their faces feature fatigue, the sitters feel so happy. Happiness, you see, is not just what I have, but it is what I have that you so lack. That, my friend, is pure pleasure, genuine joy. As the sitters sleep on the neighbor's shoulders, their snores trumpet fulfillment. We were here earlier, we were smarter, we paid the porter to get us sitting pretty. Who cares how we got here? We got here, you didn't. The dice fell for us, you lost, we won. So it's for us, sweet good night, and for you, so sorry you lost the fight. I sneak my way to the closed door, put my neck out into the cold wind. I'll begin singing every song I know when the train begins to run. The wind is my friend and lets me sing. No one can hear me. Half of me sings jetting out. My head and heart are belting while my feet are firmly planted in my hard-won place. My voice can reach the heavens. My fellow heathens cannot hear. So what bliss, no critics. I can sing to my heart's content. Who cares if I'm off key? The wind and the earth flying by don't care. And I fly my voice, key or no key. I see a twin soul, a girl with her face out like me, her black hair flying in the wind at another door down the train. But alas, I cannot catch her eye nor catch her tune. I don't care. There is still a girl out there who thinks like me, who feels like me. I sing more, smiling. Someone spits from somewhere upwind. The missile flies, I duck my face. A bit of honest spit hurt no man. The sitters sit and sleep. The standards stand and sleep. The singer sings, bearing witness to the world as it is. The night train has left the station, launching the night of the 1001 nights.
All right, GK Jayaram. Thank you for taking us on that journey on the night train. Never had I imagined it that way before. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. GK, what a tremendous storyteller. We're on the night train. And now we are going to hear from Matthew Maroquin.
Hello.
Hello.
Fresh from summer camp in Maine, where I'm working at. So I'm on EST time.
What?
It's wild.
You're like children of the corn status?
Yeah, children of the corn. Turns out, guys, I'm allergic to Maine. I never get allergies back at home. But like now that I've been in Maine, I've been like getting really bad allergies.
Oh my God, you got to take 2 corn stalks and just put them in the nostrils.
Yeah, no, it's bad, honestly. Corn stalks. Wrap myself in some husk. Anyways, I got 2 for y'all, okay? The first one was like a random free write. It's called Freshly Picked Talks. I feel like an avocado. Whenever I'm told we need to talk, my anxiety goes off the charts. Or when I get told I need to tell you something, like, why you got to say like that? Why you not just tell me what it is? Be straight up with me. Because, you know, my anxious self be looking green after reading that screen with a bit of a pit in my stomach. Insides go from fresh to ripe real quick. And this is a disclaimer from a veggie looking fruit. To just be straight up with me and say what you want to say, or I'm gonna need you to plant this seed because my mind decays too fast with the change of seasons. All right, that was like for fun. All right, this one, I don't have a title for it yet, actually. No, wait, I do. It's all just a magic act. I wrote this one earlier this week. A blink. A single breath flash of light, a wave of the wand, a flap of the dove's wings, or the shuffle of cards is all it takes for you to have your life changed. My heart, oh my corazón is broken, but not like glass, nah, like rubber, cut up into pieces, never able to be glued back, surface unfazed by adhesive. Those movements where fear, those moments where fear all takes over, feeling like a magician's box, except the swords actually do step through me. My head is sticking out, and I still smile, not letting them see the pain or the blood that leaks within. I go back into the box, thinking that the trick will work the next time or the next. But every night I get stabbed again and again, and my iron count only gets higher and higher. Call me Wolverine because I be acting like I'm all healed up by the next show, but the magician can't get it right. I smile all the same, for I'm only the assistant. I fold myself into boxes, and sometimes I disappear without a trace, only to reappear when I can handle the stage light again. The stage light, it cooks my makeup to my face that I ran out of. But I ran out of wipes shows ago, so I just reapply every night. Touch-ups, covering up the cracks and smudges, my head spinning as I'm spinning, daggers being thrown at me, each one hitting where it hurts but does not kill. I see myself in the rabbit's eyes when it comes out of the hat. When will the final act hit? When will this magic disappear? Why did I sign up to be the assistant, and why does the magician kind of look like me? Thank you.
Because you are pure magic, Matthew King. You got a whole fan club in the chat right now. One half of the Beastie Boys.
That's and, right there.
Yeah, tremendous new shit. Tremendous. And I hope your allergies alleviate. Make sure you're not drinking too much dairy.
I'm trying not to. It's wild. I've never had allergies before, but like East Coast, I guess. Maine. I'm allergic to Maine. That's what I'm saying. We'll see.
You gotta take a lobster, smack yourself around with it, and then I don't know.
After I'm like heading down to like New York and all that, so I'm gonna be around in the East Coast for.
Oh yeah, come on down to New Yorko, baby.
I'll be there August. Just watch.
Nice. Yeah, let me know those dates. See if I could put you on to something. Okay.
Let's do it. I'm so pleased.
Lobster
That's the reason I'm going down. So like, you better.
Your warning. Let me know so I could really,
Ya tú sabes, okay. Vamos a hablar, okay? Después.
Okay. All right. Matthew King, the Latino Eminem. All right. Let's see what's good with Paul con queso.
Oh, bro. He's going to be in Jersey in August, and then he'll migrate over to New York. Just making sure that's known. Jersey repping. How you doing, bro? You excited for Saturday?
Yes, I am, to see you in person. I'm really thrilled. It's going to be at the Willis Avenue Garden in the Boogie Down Bronx. Showtime starts at 3, I believe. So come
out, y'all.
Yeah, come on through.
Come out to the Stage Garden Rumba. Yeah.
What you going to do for us tonight, Paul con queso, para los necios, Paul con fuego?
So y'all done fucked up and hyped me up last week with the erotic shit. So I've actually been writing a lot more. Shouts to inspiration. Before I begin, Storm Gods in the building, Voltron Rising, Sound from the Underground, Men Who Heal. We got a lot of gang in the house. All right. So this is an erotic piece. So just forewarned. Take you down. Let me pull you in. Shift your tides of wet like moon, do see, lunar, lunacy, taking you down with me. Here we are, all alone in this room. Oh, and girl, I know where to start and what we gonna do. I'll take my time, we'll be all night, girl. So get ready, babe, I got plans for me and you. Oh, ooh, 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 it ain't my first time, but baby girl, we can't pretend it's bump and grind. And girl, tonight will never end. Let me take you down. I really wanna take you down and show you what I'm about. Can I take you down? Your body, body, oh, your body, body, up and down. So when I say, let me take you down, oh, don't drown. I don't mean, so when I say let me take you down, I don't mean ground and pound violently, but I do mean the best kind of hurt, so much it heals that let me pounce like a real king of Leon is supposed to. Let my stroke console you. Mommy, let me throw you over the shoulder, pin that ass to the sofa and attack the chocha. Voodoo Punani, do what you do because it conjures. Hope you ready to get burned at the stake because this here's prime rib and I'm gonna see just how much meat that bruja ass can take. Make it buffet and then all you can eat the booty like it's Ruby Tuesdays. Me and you should be overseas on an island, the Caribbean, maybe Thailand. Not the only spot you can get Bangkok, but dang, stop before I summon torrents of rain, thunder, and tongue twisters from under your navel, hips, mons, pubis, ignite the river inside those thighs, make it Rio Grande. Mommy, you know how I hable muchito, and you do too. So talk that shit you do, but let me spill my secrets into your tulips below. Labor of love, that labia, make it hurt. That pussy berserker rage in it. Plow my way through it. The sting from slap. That click, click, clack, side, cock it back. Arch my back like the Sagittarius. I am hunting for cum springs. This geyser of cry and scream. Mommy, tsunami, me. Apologies, I'm just trying to see if you got that super soaker squirt ability to sprinkler me, this artillery filling your legs trembling. But I mean, like any gentleman, I'll let you come first, but it's my turn next. I laid down a gauntlet and heard you said how good that head is. Challenge accepted, because the mentes suavemente, but you swear yours could be the first to make me burst in the history of ever. See if this brutally honest Bronx bodies nueva labios could be the ones to overachieve, get real high marks on test, you know, because she suck seed. And maybe if we reach that climax's top, I could drop my kids off at the concert of your tonsils, because this body been throbbing for just the right hole, just the right throat to hold it, not waiting to get choked yet. You squirrely though. So stash me in cheeks, hibernate for the week, then we'll see if we rotate to that pair below, you know, butter pecan chocolate deluxe, rub it up, cocoa butter. See, caramel comes in many textures and it melts like requesito meets tormenta's heat, like how I plan to make that squishy boricua peach, peaches and cream all over me when I'm primed to enter. I just hope that you leave that door ajar for the silky sonic hardwood close. I ain't playing no games, every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you tryna lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. Said I live too far, but in a car the way I drive when you're driving me out of my mind, it's hard for me to find myself there in any less than 28 minutes. So girl, don't stress, don't use that index and middle to flex or extra effort, self-care stretch. You see, my fingers and tongue speak sign language and I'm just trying to make your screams my language. I languish as time paces, but what is time if you ain't caught in the matrix? Because even bending back in bullet time or on my knees, I got the stamina to make you cream, make you cheese. Storm goddess con me because I aim to please, and best believe this marksman has never once missed his target when it comes to making you climb that ladder of multiple orgasmic leg, spastic brain damage, breaking box springs, kind of seismic meteorology, sound of the ground breaking from under, we pulling the earth asunder with our thunder as I break you down to your most primal sounds, bites, moans, scratches, and elements. So just come and find out about me when you finally let me take you down.
Whoa, pork con queso, taking you down, breaking it down, breaking box springs and all that. Oh my goody goodness, there was a Bruja reference. My ass felt it. I loved it. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for letting me rock.
Letting you rock, man. That was rocking. That was absolute fuego. I got a rock in my throat. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's go all the way to India back and hear from Unmesh Mohitkar.
Hello, hello, La Bruja.
Hello, Unmesh.
Thank you, thank you. Here we go.
Yes.
Intersecting, intervening, interjecting, interfering, intermingling, interrupting. Thoughts dancing naked, causing havoc, burning chaos. That was the first one. And there is one, a Hindi English one. Vedana ki raah mein samvedana nahi. On the path of pain, no sympathy, no compassion. Bhook hai, pyas hai, hunger is there, thirst exists. Aas hai, ah hai, samvedana nahi. Hope struggles, pain stings. No sympathy, no compassion. समुद्र में अकेले खड़ा जहाज, लंगर की बेड़ियों का साथ, lonely abandoned ship in the sea, in the company of stone-hearted iron anchor, na sathi, na sani, dur dur tak ajnabi pani. No partner, no friend, till the end of the world, salty water, taking turns to attack and grind. मृग तृष्णा की खोज में खो गया वो, देख किनारे पे खड़े प्यासे लोगों को मन ही मन में हंसता. He got lost in the search of mirage, sees the thirsty people standing on the shore, watching him, deciding to live safely in this false reality. He drowning while following the truth of his mirage. पानी में घिरा फिर भी प्यासा, पानी में ही villain हो गया वो. Surrounded by water, still thirsty, slowly, silently, he becoming one with the water. मृग तृष्णा की खोज में लहरों के संग मुस्कुराते लीन हो गया हो. In the search of mirage, smiling in the lap of the waves, final push to stay afloat, and he gives up to start the journey to the other end, to the unknown, in search of mirage, becoming a living hallucination. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Unmesh Mohitkar, expanding our minds, taking us on a journey. That was beautiful, as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let us know where to follow you, and then we're going to go with Trav the Poet.
Sure. Unmesh Mohitkar on Facebook and Instagram. I've got a book, Light Shadow Life, on Amazon. And I've got an open mic every Saturday, 8 p.m. India time. It is 10:30 EST. Please do join. It is fun. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Unmesh Mohitkar. Beautiful. In search of a mirage, becoming a living hallucination. We didn't hallucinate that. That was real. And that shit was dope. That's how it goes. But thank you, Unmesh. Okay, Trav the Poet, gonna follow that up. Where are you gonna take us now?
So I am going to, I'm gonna debut a single that I have out. It's called Tomorrow's Not Promised. And I'll drop the link to it when I finish. So hopefully y'all can hear it. I didn't test it out, but hopefully y'all can hear it through the Zoom. So. Tomorrow's not promised, no. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So get your life together before it's through. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So get your life together before it's through. There are landfills full of waste potential, ideas and graveyards stuck in the mental, discarded dreams that'll never be reality, put off till the next day. Such is the fallacy that life will go exactly how we planned. We wave at time as it ticks below our hand because we don't understand what's left on the clock. Once the buzzer hits, you rest stunned and rocks. It's sad. We put pleasure over obligation, then judge a man by his deeds and occupation. Procrastination is the killer of progress, so arrest that assassin, lock him up, no contact. It's hard focusing in this chaotic existence. Let Christ stabilize, make his purpose your persistence. The insistence for intentions for an instance isn't nonsense. Life is a vapor, tomorrow's not promised. Yeah, sing, girl. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Life together for it's through. That's right. Promise to you. Take y'all on the journey. Pastor Cheerios, he screams at his brother while sister's hair is on last minute by the mother. She's crying, says it hurts because the braid's too tight. He and little bro, I was talking about the game last night. Catching in a sports center before mom starts the fuss. Boy, take yourself to school and your siblings to the bus. By the way, dad said fill out your college application, scholarships to the diligent. Stop hesitating, kids climb in the car, go up the street to the stop. Elementary and middle school kids cover the block they way. Bicycles off, thought shit towards stopping starting point guard. Hey, beyond the road, girls popping, feeling themselves. Turning up the music, vibing, swag surfing while swerving through traffic, energized. Sudden silence breaks his brain. He's been blindsided, head-on collision, other driver texting while driving. Tomorrow's not promised. Hey. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So get your life together before it's through. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised. Get your life together before it's through. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Now check out the bridge. You don't know when death comes for you. So that your life can be going true. That's right. You don't know when death comes to you. So that your life can freedom and true. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So get your life together before it's through. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So get your life together before it's through. I'm gonna let it play a little bit. That's right. That's it.
Yes, that is a vibe. That is a bop right there. Tomorrow not promised, yeah. Tomorrow not promised, yeah. I hear it on the radio. That was dope.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congrats. Good stuff right there. Let people know how to follow you, Trav, and then we're gonna go Eddie the Fireman.
I'm just dropping it in the chat. So everything is Trav the Poet.
Everything is Trav TA Poet. Yep. Thank you, Trav the Poet on Instagram, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, YouTube. On YouTube, he's Travesty82. Follow this dude right here because tomorrow's not promised to you. So you better follow him today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Trav. Thank you so much
for having me.
Great to hear you. Good stuff right there. Dope. Okay, Eddie the Fireman, Foreman, gonna blaze it up, put it on the Foreman grill. What's good?
Nothing good in the hood, but you know, you think you should.
Okay, I like the off the dome flow. I guess that's what you call good brain.
I just love seeing everyone, you and everyone else in that potastic glow. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff to flow. I have two things to say. Hola, muy guapa. Happy Father's Day, but you're not a man. It's for all the single mothers, I understand. Thank you for your support with those hands. Thank you for the golden rose in these bitter lands. This is going to be spicy, a little nightly feisty. Your little ones might be dicey. If you don't mind, I thank you kindly. Put your headphones, earbuds, or I don't care. I have an adult poem to share. I don't want to corrupt your little ones. I do not dare. So please hand them with care. All right. This is called Galactic Ecstasy. Perfection is here, is yummy scrumptious you. Baby, there's nothing to fear. I want to taste your sweet honeydew. I know you feel a connection. You're glowing more than a star. You want a deep stellar satisfaction. Don't worry, you'll receive a big orgasmic shooting star. I want to explore your deep space. Let me in your vast pink Milky Way. Let me see the pale moons on your face. It's okay, don't know what to think or say. Let's explore each other's enormous fantasies. You feel that, baby? Do you feel me? You look so sexy and tasty. No, honey, don't be too quick and hasty. I want to make you mine. I want to taste your stardust wine. I want our universes to come align. I'm ready to conquer this form behind. I'm going to continue to conquer this planet. Oh my God, here comes the enormous earthquakes. The wiggling alien has landed. It will concentrate while your pleasure aches and elevates. Honey, could you charge up my lightsaber? That's right, put it deep in your crater. This is a warm and pleasurable celestial equator. You are such a fluent translator. My lightsaber is fully supercharged. Time to conquer your soft land. Time for a cosmic discharge. Oh, the gravity's too great. I need both hands. Look at those craters and marks. No, I love your imperfections, your mystical art. Enough talk. Let's perform a sensational abstraction. My thick probe is touching your scorching core. We're one in this tranquil twilight. You moan and groan more. I'm going infinity and beyond to reach your G heights. Your mountains start erupting. I need to extract some samples slowly. We're mesmerizing, humping while our bodies thumping. Some terminals ahead. I need to move in closely. The sexy magnetic force pulling me without end is going faster, faster, faster. My mind and body transcend. I need to ready my blaster. Your core is breaking. Time for the climactic Big Bang. Planets shaking from our deep awakening. The pink cosmos has rang. Your planet shivering. Black hole drips. You land on the ground. I can see the light spread across your lips. I just conquered something so sexy and round. Rest, sweetie, my space adventure is over. Time to drift off into deep space. Come on, move in closer. Let's bask in the grace from our heavenly embrace.
Whoa, bask with the blaster. You know what I'm saying? Give it up for Ed, the fireman foreman.
I got one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Midnight thinking about coming to Nero next year.
Okay. You're gonna make a road trip?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the road trip, make people's hearts and minds drip.
Thank you.
I like you too.
Edward Foreman. No shame in his game. He's gonna make their pussies drip too, says Marissa Prada, who's up next, as a matter of fact. So it's a perfect way to follow that ass. Thank you, Edward Foreman. Thank you for the fire, for always blazing it up. Marissa Prada.
Hola, la bruja! What is up, New Yo? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be here. I know it's been a hot minute. I've been very busy, but I thank you for being here. I was so excited when Kelly Craddock is here, and she's from New Mexico. We're on the border of Texas and New Mexico. I'm in Albuquerque, so totally come find me. So yes, I'll jump into it and then I'll tell you where you can find me when I'm done. I am not bringing erotica tonight, but I am working on some hot pieces for you, La Bruja. Okay. All right, this is titled Past Lives. This is a poem I wrote last week on Friday in a Guerrilla Poets workshop. Some of you have heard it, but I have not performed it yet here. Here we go. Pulling out my inner child is like removing a hot dish from the oven without pot holders for protection. It's gonna leave a mark. The mountains of my home always smelled of wildflowers and dust. Cool winds carried sparrows that built mud nests under the sheltered parts of our porch. Their babies would fall out, and I would pick up their naked corpses, dark eyes bulging big, beak, wings, feet. Could see it would have been a bird. Summer camp, they'd throw me in the swimming pool, even though I could not swim. We had an orange striped cat named Tigger who lived in the barn beside our house. I once watched that cat carefully dismantle a mouse, eating all fur and skin first, then inhale the carcass head first, entrails popping out, leaving a minimum amount of blood on the ground. I used to get shoved down on the playground until my mouth was full of dirt. I spent most of my before I could remember time in that barn. Even after the laughter of horses had vacated and weeds had overgrown stalls. When shit had turned back to earth and all had fallen quiet, I'd still run around that corral as if I belonged there. Belonged more there than in the house. The bigger I grew, the smaller my mother made me feel on husband number 3. I ran away 4 times that I can remember growing up. I wished I could have grabbed the mane and swung up on the back of that black Frisian stallion, ran down the road to the highway and into the unknown. It was much better than the known. For I felt like I was the mouse, and the house was consuming my skin, feasting on my insides, while slowly devouring the last drops of girl that I contained. I felt like that baby bird, dried and stuck to the concrete. The forgotten future of humanity by a school that only held bullies and detention after fistfights explains why I so easily accept disappearance as an adult, as a woman, as a mother. Thank you.
Marissa Prada, wow, that was so beautiful and profound.
It was tough. It was really tough to write.
Wow.
Please come find me. I'm so glad to see you, Caridad. I'm so glad to be here. You warm up my whole week. I just love it. Come find me on Facebook, Marissa Prada. Instagram is Prada Painting and Poetry. I co-author The Word Is Right, WRITE. We have 6 open mic events throughout the week on that platform, as well as my publishing house, Red or Green Books. Red is READ, redorgreenbooks.com. I have currently a call for women's erotica for an anthology. So if you would like to contribute to that, please, please, please email me, Marissa at redorgreenbooks.com. And I would love just to hang out some more, but I love y'all. Let's keep going. Mwah. Thank you, Caridad.
Thank
and
you.
buy my book. Buy my book. I always forget to plug that. Buy my book. It's Conversations with Grief, and it's at redorgreenbooks.com. Thank you.
Wow, Marissa. The imagery, the truth, like, so, you know, that's a real serious healing transformation poem. So thank you. Mwah. Marissa Prada, yo. She's more than erotica. That's for damn sure. She goes in and speaks that truth for so many. Thank you, Marissa. Awesome. Okay, another person that has been speaking the truth every single time. Let's welcome Tanish.
Hola, bruja.
Hola, how are you?
Yeah, good. Sorry.
You.
I thought I would do some I was inspired by summer solstice too, so I'm gonna do some sexy times poems.
All right. Oh, I'm here for it. Let's show some love for Tanish. Yes, feeling the summer solstice heat already.
Okay. I must tell you everything, how my mind electrifies softly, a saccharine neon jellyfish at your breathy laugh, how I must sprinkle your words into my coffee and drink your thoughts because they came from your beautiful soul, how your finger I kiss is my finger, your hand grazing my cheek is my hand, your cheek, my cheek, how tenderness is us, how I long for you, long to receive you, how time ceases with you, and how I squirm with the softest, utterly satiated smile, sigh at the thought of you. And then I guess I have some shorter ones. Where our words become whispers, we turn into wind swirling up, passing the atmosphere, we are the heavens. My trembling skin tingles, your sea I devour, gulps I didn't know or realize I was a desert. And then just like another one that's not as, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. When the sea beckons you closer, closer, you go in a trance, you prance feverishly, and you stand your bare toes in damp sand toward the horizon, waiting, begging for a salty kiss of an undulating ocean. Will it come? When? And it does, soon in seconds, and your shrieking laughter once more. But the shivering water one time is enough to quench your thirst. You sit on the stone steps, light a smoke, when the free breeze lets you, and there you brush off the grains of sand from grateful feet and wonder what the seagulls know. That's all I got.
That was great. I wonder what the seagulls know too, Tanish. That was beautiful. We are the heavens. I love the romantic poetry. Thank you for joining us as always. And your voice is quite a treat as well. Beautiful. Thank you. And okay, let's hear from none other than Mr. Speaker Sears.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Love, beautiful night. Glad to be here. Let's go.
Let's do it.
First poem is entitled Addicted. Addicted. I need sunlight. It doesn't matter if you think it's wrong or right, because I've been traveling west most of my adult life just to keep from losing sight or to keep from seeing midnight. Because sleep, to me, well, that's a fright. I am the opposite of a vampire, but baby, I still bite. And I will not be polite. Even your shadow causes a fight. Just giving you insight to my plight, not to be caught by the street lights or to ever see the moonlight. My skin craves sun rays and darkness, as darkness is my kryptonite. Black or white, don't ever block my sunlight. Poem one. Poem number two, just a couple short things here. So this prompt is your group, your support group. My support group. Hello. My name is Mr. Speaker, and you can call me Black Ink Magic. Yes, I am a verb because, baby, I bring the action. I am a vowel searching for a consonant because I am constantly writing, formulating, thinking, and creating. I am a preposition looking to extend a sentence until it runs into a period. then into a paragraph, and finally into a book. Look, I am a noun right now, with or without an adjective, up late at night writing and spitting poetic narratives to other spoken word junkies just like you. Hello, I am Black Ink Magic. Watch me turn these words into revenues. In peace.
Right, Mr. Speaker Sears. Gave us some short pieces there today, but we are here for it. Art magic, Mr. Speaker.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to hear from Kyla. Tukaya.
Hola, bruja.
Hola, hermana, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, bien. I want to take a moment to celebrate you. The way you lead as a moderator, as a teacher, as a mentor, as a light, as a beacon, the way you give, the way you listen, it's really powerful. It's really medicine for all of us.
Woman, why are you making me cry? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You must feel the love. It's pure love. That's where it comes from, you know. So it's really not hard to do it because the love is so real. So thank you for that acknowledgement. Oh my God. Thank you.
The only thing bigger than your talent, which I don't think anything is, but the only thing that could be is your heart and your generosity. And I needed to say it.
Un besote para ti. Thank you so much. It makes me just so moved. Thank you.
So today I'm going to lead with a hawk and I'm going to end with pride. And also I want to acknowledge that I am on the unceded indigenous lands of the Tongva and Chumash people. Come here, come here. Come here, sweet love. Automobiles will never surpass what lives inside an aviary. A poor excuse for speed, for freedom. I spend my days counting them on power lines. So much more power than anything man-made. I'd choose flying over driving any day. Sometimes I think cars transported us to the last frontier that will ruin the natural world. If you see a majestic creature fall, do you give it a burial? Or dream about it flying, moving at the precise moment when an ignorant two-legged was looking down at their phone, revving their ego for the world to see and hear, and sped through divinity, crushing the impossible, destroying flight, making a regal, red-tailed hawk an earthbound shell. Perhaps if you were on a highway, I could have looked away, said a prayer that you were happy in the next realm. But to happen on my street, in front of my humble nest, that moment is seared into my heart. How can I not think of it every time I leave my house and turn to start my day? On my way home today, I thought of you with dread, anticipated how different you would look after another 24 hours of people grinding your bones and tissue and majesty. As you entered my mind, your sister flew overhead, and I felt I was not alone in my grief. I drive around you every morning. I want to know, were you a terse or a hen? Death envelops you in mystery. I drive around careful not to let one of my tires touch your sacred vessel, though I want to touch your face. Yearn to burn tobacco around your feathers after I've lifted you to a place with soul, a higher ground far from the pavement. And offer a prayer to Gagwama. Offer a prayer to Gagwama to take you home on her sturdy back. Mystery hawk, forever bowing to the asphalt, wings spread, head twisted, beak useless. Watching you decay over the course of 2 days, precious possibility, flattened wings, feathers under rubber, 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 a waste. Feathers, a miracle. At first you were twisted, three-dimensional, appeared to still be breathing, though the fullness in your ribcage was merely your organs starting to rot. The water retention swelling your precious body of light, all of the blood that coursed through your pinions, dried up a poisoned river. The oil that caused the death of the water, now powering the machine that will destroy wonder. Should I scrape you up and carry you on my back? Climb up a tree and place you there till you become one with it and the sky takes you? Time grinds you into pavement until at week's end, no one will see the evidence of the crime against our winged relative. But I will remember. I will see you frozen where we brought you so low. And I will imagine that poetry can make you breathe again. And this is Pride poem. If every sacred book on earth was really written by man, no wonder we're all grounded and no one really understands. We're not our bodies, not our minds, not even our DNA. We are the entire galaxy waking up to stretch and play. The divine feels the earth through our fingertips, dances through our feet, swims in holy waters, listens to the beat of what is true and what is happy, what is kind and what is love. And creators too busy creating to stop and judge your love life from above. If you believe the ascended masters care about which hole you experience pleasure through, if you believe the divine has boxed us in, that transcending gender and sexuality is something we don't get to do, if you believe in free will, but think we're forbidden from actually expressing it in a way that resonates deep within, boo-boo, you have misunderstood the true meaning of sin. To miss the mark, to miss the point, to misunderstand in order to manipulate. We're here for universal acceptance. So why do you care if another man is who your son wants to date? Homosexuality exists in myriad species, homophobia in only one. And we out here thinking we're the most evolved under the sun. Sermons are overrated. Silence is true prayer. Unconditional acceptance of every being is the most spiritual way to show we care. Nothing scares a fearful follower more than a person who connects to all aspects of their spectrum. Two spirits embody the divine. You out here calling them abominations, looking dumb. Thinking there's only one path, only one God, one way to be, love, and exist. Save that shit for the boarding schools. Open your heart and heal that fist. Decolonize your palm lines, learn your herstory. It's 2021, good sis. And while you do that, I'm gonna celebrate my rainbow sisters, brothers, and NBs all year long. Let's keep living out loud, celebrating all love through art, nature, and song, because honoring the divine is understanding we were born free. We are miracles in human form, and every heart worthy of divinity.
Yes. Wow. Woo! That was amazing. I love both pieces. But man, I mean, where do I begin with, with the first piece, like really seeing our animals and nature and, as beings that deserve respect. And, I just did this whole series this week and, we were talking about the cedar tree and the ceiba tree and the tobacco plant, like as people, as family, as relatives, and the animals are just the same. And these pride, right? Like, who are we to judge how people should love? It's just, thank you so much for articulating that with such passion. Oh my goodness, you brought tears to my eyes and to other people's eyes. You could sit in the chat. Thank you so much. Bless you, hermana. Mucho, mucho amor para ti. Ache para ti. Taino ti. Fuerza, fuerza, fuerza.
Yes, yes. Palante.
Thank you so much. Let everybody know how to follow you, and then we're going to go on to hear Easter Poetic Desire.
I am at Kylark on Instagram and KylaGarcia.com.
Yes. On Twitter too. I see you on Twitter, right? We're following each other on Twitter.
Yes. At Kyla Victoria on Twitter. Yes. Gracias, Cajon. Blessings, solstice blessings, and happy strawberry full moon.
Woo!
The retrograde is over. The full moon is blessing us.
Yes, tonight.
Yes.
We are all together. Oh, it feels like ceremony and ritual and just celebration. Mucho amor. Yes. Love wins, baby. Okay. Easter Poetic Desire. Let's hear from the poetess.
All right. I think you can hear me tonight.
Yes. Nice
right.
and loud and clear with the northern lights behind you.
Yeah. So as I was going through my stuff, I realized, well, it looks like tomorrow is the anniversary of Michael Jackson passing away. So back then I had written a poem for that. And so that's what I'm going to share tonight. I actually just came up with this haiku to kind of relate to it. Don't know you, but your influence is known, musical legend. So this is called Legacy of the King of Pop. The king of pop, whose harmony on earth will now be seen for what he's truly worth. A legend of pop who broke all barriers. To find another artist like him is even rarer. A true humanitarian of pure kindness and generosity, he used music as his tool to promote hope, love, and unity. Yet despite all his efforts, he was constantly scrutinized, living the last of his moments fighting off rumors and lies. For how can one truly know the real truth when living in the public eye, you learn to be aloof? Still, it can't be denied he's a musical legend whose unique influence introduced fresh new trends. How can anyone forget his dance moves we all emulate? For his signature moonwalk can be hard to equate. And he's given us one of the great music videos of all time, the infamous Thriller, which we have all mimed. Undeniably talented, he makes rhythm look easy. He's captured all our hearts, that's clearly plain to see. Forever he remained a young kid at heart, never losing that innocence he's had from the start. Creating a childlike dreamland found at his Neverland Ranch for kids of all ages to have their childhood dreams romance. So here's to the one-gloved pop culture legend. Rest in peace, MJ. Your legacy will forever live on. The influence of the king of pop is here to stay. Thank you.
Yes. Love him. You already know. Wow. I've seen, there's been so much footage that has, come out, like even when he was young and the Diana Ross and just like all this stuff. I was like, wow. Yeah. And Paul Mooney, before he passed away, but I saw footage of him saying that he wasn't a pedophile. He said he was the X-Files, but he was not a pedophile. I thought that shit was so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So was that your one poem, or are you doing two?
I'm just going to do the one for tonight. Give everyone else a chance to get on. But you can find me Instagram and Facebook, Poetic Desire, and 6-word memoirs, Poetic Pisces.
Thank you, Poetic Pisces, Easter Poetic Desire. Yeah, okay, now let's hear from Chris Lally. And I am going to try to get into the waiting list. Roslyn, I see you. See what's good.
Hey, everyone. My sound might be a little bit funny, but I think you can hear me.
Yes, we hear you here, Chris.
Okay.
How are you?
I've been away for a while. I think this is the longest I've ever been away from the New Year weekend. So I have been really away. I was also on an island, pero en Honduras. So I was watching you on an island. I was me on an island. And here's some new shit from the island. Per usual, there are things about what is it? Interpersonal violence that may get to you. These poems have it. So just letting people know. Okay, 2 should be kind of fast. Back in the room. Back in the room where I scorned sleep. Back in the room whose door I shut to keep your shouts shush. Back in the room where your fist kissed my cheek. Back in the room where you laughed as I fell. Back in the room, back in the room, back in the room, still sleepless, still sleepless, still sleepless. After a year of sleepless in Chicago, still sleepless. Back in the room where I guess good things happen too. Back in the room with the same scissors I used to etch exit paths, now sitting still life, plastic ghost of Christmas past. Back in the room, because nothing is ever either or. Back in the room, by choice and contradiction. Back in the room, our child in the next, wondering what the hell do I do next? Up late, nothing new. Up late, just like ocean blue. Up late, repeating verses. Up late, mind awake. Up late, I am quick to forget. Up late, why I left. Up late, recalling your curses. Up late, you're sorry, so what? Up late, I hate seeding hate. Up late, honeymoon phase or cosmic. Up late, is your promise but breath. Up late, wondering when time begins to carry weight. Up late, stirring pots and not fixing plates. Stirring pots and not fixing plates, wondering when time begins to carry weight. Is your promise but breath, honeymoon phase or cosmic? I hate seeding hate. You're sorry, so what? Recalling your curses, why I left. I am quick to forget. Mind awake, repeating verses, nothing new, just like ocean blue, up late. That is all for me.
You wrote that in Honduras?
I wrote that last night.
Wow, you were up late then, shit.
I guess I wrote the beginnings of each in Honduras, but no, I wrote this last night because I'm like, I'm going to be on the New Year week and I got to.
Yeah, you got to deliver the goods and you always do. Thank you.
Because or else I don't deal with it. So I thank the New Year weekend for that and like pushing me to, as always.
That's what we're here for. We're here to hold space for you, for your healing, for your truth, for all of us. That's what I love about this. That's what I love about this fam, this vibe. You know, we help each other, we uplift each other, we push each other, we love each other. And you are no exception, Chris Lally. You know that's the truth.
Thank you.
Woo! Bravo! Damn it. You're sorry. So what? That's going to be a t-shirt. Because damn, I've heard that shit. I'm sorry. So what? That's going to be my new response. Woo! Chris Lally, let them know how to follow you. And then
follow me at my name right here, Chris Lally on Instagram. So just how you see it written in my name, CRYSTLALI, Chris Lally.
Yes, gracias, Chris Lally. Un abrazo fuerte.
But I'm back in Chicago now, so we're good.
All right. Amazing. Stay strong. Keep writing that poetry. Up late, up early, up in the middle of the day, whenever. Just keep doing it. Okay. So we got Catman Bill coming up next. I wanted to put out in the room, I'm looking for the next Poets in the Bronx, July 10th. So if you're going to be in the Bronx, July 10th, and you'd like to be part of the Stage Garden Roomba lineup, let me know, okay? But right now, let's go with Catman Bill, who isn't catnapping tonight. He's wide awake.
Wide awake. Hi, La Bruja.
Hi, Catman.
I understand that you like new shit. Is that true?
I like it fresh and piping.
Well, I've got some new shit, and then I have a little old shit.
Okay.
So
Let's see that new shit.
So the new shit occurred early this morning with my first coffee as I stared at my pollinator plants and read a story about had something to do. There was a picture attached to the article, and it had a militia member with his requisite long gun standing on the stairs of the Michigan Capitol steps. And so I just imagined these words to him. And so it's called Standing on the Capitol Steps. Seeds of self-destruction sown from the beginning, poisoned promises and phony freedoms sold to you, the highest bidder, as if freedom wasn't enslaved on the auction block. And what is it that you always thought? That lilies of the valley were tinged with hemlock? And that Thanksgiving was a day of thanks? For what? So you stand on the Capitol steps holding a scythe. The warrior in you metastasized like a cancerous growth from a childhood of too many video games. And the next is a song called I'm in Love. And it was written to an Elizabeth Catlett sculpture that I once owned and no longer do. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. Her patina cheeks were cold like bronze, her eyes strong like steel. She looked my way and shook me, but there was nothing she could feel. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You know how that goes. Strangers wanted to possess her. I always told them no. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. She left one day without a trace. A man did come to call. Everything was in its rightful place. Even memories were doomed to fall. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. She's not in love with me. Thank you, La Bruja.
Thank you, Catman Bill. Well, apparently she's missing out.
Well, but I got a good price for her. I'm an art dealer. I hate to blow the romance of it, but she was on the shelf.
Then it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
It wasn't.
Thank you, Catman Bill. Thank you.
Thank you. You can't find me anywhere. Well, you can find me on YouTube, but I'm not trying to promote myself here. But thank you for the opportunity to perform.
Somebody said it's their favorite song of yours yet. Marilee Johnson says.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, good stuff, Catman Bill. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's hear from Generalissimo Brian Franco. You with us?
I'm right here, La Bruja.
There you are with, oh, nice art. Oh, you're muted. Let me ask to unmute again. Hold on. Unmute. Not working? Let me try again. Asking to unmute. There it is. Great. Yeah. Welcome, Generalissimo.
Welcome, La Bruja. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling super happy to be here.
You've got that beautiful La Bruja smile. You know that La Bruja smile often influences little bitty haikus. Here's one. Bonita Bruja stirs her cauldron of wordplay, brewing pretty poems. I have two poems for you. This first one is called What No Is Not. No is not a word unto itself. It finds a way to live inside other words. There is no knowledge without no. We can know too much for our own good, but we can never know nothing. No is an acrobat that does backflips and somersaults. It is a contact sport athlete. It sponsors ideas and ideologies. It is a denial and a matter-of-fact answer to questions it does not want to answer. It has no choice in being part of the word question every time it looks in the mirror. It has tried to retire and legally change its names, but it is permanently here to stay and cannot escape its destiny of negativity. And I have a very old poem called Why Wildflowers Believe in Reincarnation. There's a place where people step off the moon onto a stage to read poetry. There is one woman who brings moon glow with her on the stage as a gift for everyone else. She is the wisp of a cloud that crosses the face of someone who has reached a mountaintop, providing much needed oxygen. Her poetry is a singular architectural marvel of flora the mountaineer finds at her feet, despite that orchids never grow on mountaintops. She is a free spirit, a wildflower. Her presence alone allows people to feel at ease. She wears flowy clothes in an unassuming manner that Southern ladies in summer sundresses can only hope to achieve. The only thing that can be assumed about her is that she is a gentle optimist, and she usually smiles. She sometimes smiles for no reason at all, a characteristic both she and her mother are proud of. She is a wildflower. When she smiles, she spreads seeds of her special brand of optimism to strangers across crowded rooms. She once wore a long white skirt with a wildflower print. When she bought it, it was a solid white skirt. One day she was walking through a meadow of soft grass and wildflowers. She removed her sandals to feel the silky grass between her toes. She inhaled the unassuming fragrances wafting through the air. She noticed fluffy, billowy clouds. She reminisced how when she was little, she would point out clouds to her mother and say, That one looks like a baby bear. That one looks like a puppy dog. That one looks like a whale. She sat on the grass, clasped her hands behind her head, and leaned back. When she woke, the wildflowers had permanently imprinted themselves onto her skirt. While she slept, the wildflowers conversed. An orange jewelweed said, I like her. A dandelion in full fluff responded, she reminds me of me. She is a wildflower. A Queen Anne's lace proclaimed, yes. She is quite kind and optimistic. It is odd, no matter how they try to get rid of us wildflowers, they can mow us over, even pull us up by our roots. We always manage to come back stronger. You said it, sister, said the dandelion. Then the jewelweed exclaimed, she is a wildflower. She is family. You must let her know. When she did her laundry, she noticed the colorful flowers on her dress. It was as if Cezanne or Brock had snuck into her house to paint her skirt. Now, when she wears the skirt, gentle breezes blow, for she is a wildflower. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you to all the wildflowers out there. Lovely. I did miss the food references tonight because I'm already hungry and that would have taken me over the edge. But the wildflower I love. I'm a sunflower because the sunflower is a weed and I love weed. Generalissimo, thank you so much for your lovely haiku always. Someone called you a flirt. I like that. Love the artwork. Love your work. Awesome.
Gracias.
Gracias a ti, Generalissimo. Okay. Buenas noches. Now we will go on to Thomas Connor.
Peace, peace. What's up, everybody?
Thomas, are you in the Bronx?
Nah.
Where are you?
I'm living way out in the in the sticks out in Suffolk County, Long Island. I'm originally from Brooklyn, though. I'm always going to be Brooklyn. I could be on the moon and I'm Brooklyn. So East Flatbush in the house. But yep. So I'm just gonna spit this, get to it, so you can get to the waiting list. Hopefully we can do that, right? Hopefully. I will speak upon the ashes crafted by the fire we said we'd bring. We be here, we be there, we be everywhere. We giving oxygen to the air. How else you think we burn like bonfires? You could never capture us. We were never your slave, just victims, just your victims. Just your victims. It seems even our prayers never seem to touch the earth as they dance amongst the treetops where strange fruit seemed to hang from. See, you could never drown us in your moats. That type of hate requires much force. No more begging to exist in rations. No more begging to breathe under bent knees. See, you don't have enough weight behind that hate. We may be dying of thirst, even leery of our dear deities, but we will not beg for your acceptance. We will not step and fetch it no more, because we are the frame of the Euphrates and the seed of the Moors. The only burden we've been given is to learn how to choke properly, just so we could grieve, just so we could breathe.
Thomas Connor. Ooh, wow.
I got one more for you.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
This one I performed on Monday, but I felt compelled to do it again. So let me pop it off again. I'm from where kids drop beatboxes and b-boys rock steady with folded arms. I'm from where cats paint wild styles and rock Lee jackets, running street rackets, throwing up wild style graffiti graphics. I'm from where city parks become living room for kids. I'm from where drug dealers are pharmacists. I'm from where the lady talking to herself kicks more wisdom than a sage, where santeras chant and burn sage, healing broken bodies and haunted souls. I'm from where weed and politicking is an average day. I'm from where mothers fight mothers because their husbands went astray. Now they got that child support payment to pay for the next 9,125 days. I'm from where the priest dances to bomba y plena. I'm from where that place that's long since gone away. Gentrification is now her new shade. I am from where dead men walk. I am from the true heart of New York. I am from the place where a bridge represents New York. I am from Brooklyn. Peace.
Oh, you made it clear. BK in the building. Thomas Connor. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is now her new shade. Ooh, ain't that the truth?
No doubt. Peace.
Peace to you, Thomas. Thank you. Always a pleasure to hear you and see you here at the open mic. Okay, now let's go with Amanda Villanueva, aka La Tormenta.
Hey, Thomas, thank you for that medicine. That shit woke me the fuck up. Shout out to Brooklyn. Now I gotta show up for the Bronx, because you know, that's how Bronx girls do. Yes, Marissa Storm Goddess is here. This piece is called Tainted Time Lapse. Time to reorganize me, lusciously loving thee, like my sense strictly depends. Sensational. Sensei replies rapidly. Time to reorganize my organs like they deserve to be spoiled. Time to reorganize overlooked overrides, tormenta tides, get to the real root of the issue. Como yuca, tan sabrosura, get to the real root of the unmastered lesson. You know, the one that disappears only to show her face the second you stop inviting her. You brush her hair to the T already, yet she's still crying, yet she's still finding brand new ways to beg for attention, like using angel numbers as an excuse to be noticed. What I know about love is that just like light, it never strikes the same place, the same way twice. So I don't know why I keep comparing myself to her. Tame my curiosity and tell me, whose face do you see when your seeds need to release? Whose name do you scream? Whose drink turns to your lean? Whose dream takes you back to the crime scene? Whose kiss made you so damn mean? Whose fingers got you gripping silky satin sheets, got you skipping massive sleep, got you missing this squishy Bronx Boricua peach, fruits of birth. I write my friends into earth, into earth, into earth, because I cannot survive this rebirth without them. I wonder if the path to heaven is too paved with cruel intentions. I wonder if you are jealous that my free is freer than way, way, way beyond what you can see. Everyone's pro-woman until you want to fuck the homie. Everyone's pro-woman until sex workers are dying and visiting the hell you dressed up just for them. Because your peace equals hierarchy. Your peace equals anarchy, equals Antarctica, equals they found her in a freezer. And your poems about ice boxes become irrelevant, become bulletproof discontent. Stone cold, stone eyed, dead pride, dead presidents coming alive, derived from her honest hips, tumultuous tulips. Does flower medicine even work on the poor? Does everyone get a kick out of ignoring that these limbs have no floor to sleep on? This rude girl hasn't shaken enough tables. This rude girl hasn't broken open enough hearts. Drill joy into my psyche. We keep promising gifts and strength to hold up walls when we can barely stand tall until today. Until prayers finally get answered because we worded them in a higher way with a more gentle grace. Green, gorgeous, galactic sways, goddess, please let me just say thank you.
La Tormenta, thank you for that poem. Wow, Beautiful, beautiful work. So many quotes. What does that flower medicine even work on the poor? Thank you, Paul, for typing that. Beautifully done. Oh, people want to know how to follow you. So I'm gonna unmute you real quick so you could say that, and then we're going to.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Medium, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Beautiful. So glad to see you back. Yes, keep it coming. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's hear from Jeff Cottrell.
Here I am. How are you?
Good. Where are you? There you go.
I'm here. I'm pointing at you now.
Oh, there you are.
There I am.
How you doing, Jeff? What is going on?
Oh, I've got a gig Saturday morning, a Zoom gig with our Nashville friend Christine Hall, host of Poetry of the Brew, is also featuring, and a British poet named Pauline Seawards. And there's an open mic, which is really that's a reason to go to. I will put the info in the chat after my thing.
All right. Well, let's hear your thing.
Okay, so I did a poem recently called Lazy Book Reports. So I decided to follow that up with the laziest thing you can possibly imagine, which is a sequel. So this is called Lazy Film Reviews. The best part in Casablanca is when Bogey says, "Play it again, Sam." And Sam goes and plays the song again, while Bogey meets the lady at the bar and says, "Here's looking at you, kid." And you know they'll be together all their lives. The best part in Citizen Kane is when the reporter says, "Wait a sec, I know what Rosebud is. It's a sled." And everybody else goes and gasps and says, "Why, that explains everything." And that's why it's the best movie of all time. The best part in Taxi Driver is when the taxi driver says, "You talking to me?" And the other guy says, "You bet I am." And the taxi driver says, "I thought so." And then he goes and shoots the other guy because he's a badass who knows how to deal with people. The best part in La Dolce Vita is when the guy and the lady go into the big fountain and have all that hot sex in the fountain and talk in Italian, which makes it even sexier. And then the guy goes and has even more sex because he's a hot stud full of mojo. The best part in It's a Wonderful Life is when they all sing the New Year's song and then the guy remembers his wonderful life where nothing bad ever happened to him. And Santa Claus goes and rings a bell and says, "Ho, ho, ho," and gives the angel his wings. The best part in The Godfather is when the old mobster says to the other one, "I'll make you an offer you won't refuse." And the other mobster says, "I accept," and goes and gives the old guy a horse's head, and you know they'll trust each other forever. The best part in 2001: A Space Odyssey is when the cavemen see the monolith, and then they go and fight over who owns it. And then the boring waltzy music starts playing, and you see all the spaceships in the future, and they all start blasting at each other. The best part in On the Waterfront is when Brando says, "I could have been a contender," and the other guy says, "Maybe you still can." And Brando says, "You're right, it's not too late." And then he goes and starts boxing again. And everybody loves him for his courage. The best part in The Treasure of the Sierra Madre is when the bandit holds up the cowboys and says, "Badges? We don't need no stinking badges." And then Bogey goes and shoots the bandits dead. And the cowboys take the bandits' gold and share it and become rich men and best friends forever. The best part in Sunset Boulevard is when the old actress says to the director, "Mr. DeVille, I'm ready for my close-up." And then he goes and films a beautiful shot, and all the movie crew cheers her on, and she knows movie stardom is eternal. The best part in Psycho is when the psycho stabs the lady in the shower, and then he goes and kills his mom too, and grabs a chainsaw and kills everybody, and wears a bladed glove and Shatner mask, and it's just a bloodbath for 10 sequels. And the best part in Gone with the Wind is when the butler says, "Frankly, my dear, fuck you." Lazy Film Reviews was what that was called. And if you like that and want to hear more stuff, look up Jackanory on Saturday.
Thank you, Jeff Cottrell. Wow. A resounding fuck you. That's a classic. That's a classic. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for that. And good luck on your gigs on Saturday, man. Spread the word and get on that open mic with Jeff Cottrell. Jeff Cottrell's making power poetry moves.
He is.
In third person, he is. Thank you, Jeff. Don't think I didn't notice the pink blanket. I just didn't say anything.
There he is. Where's the doggy?
Oh, she's right here. She's sleeping.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeff. Peace. Okay, Abe Cardona magically reappeared, so he's gonna take on his slot. Where is he at? Abraham Cardona, aka Fisticuffs.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hola.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Doing great. How you doing, Abe?
I'm doing very well. Got some new shit.
You got some new shit?
Got some new shit.
Where are you at tonight?
I'm in Jersey, actually.
Jersey represent con queso.
Look, that's my buddy over there. Wow. So this poem is called Dolores. There we go. Dolores. I don't know her, but I want to believe that I can hear her singing within the songs my mother nostalgically hums to herself as she remembers her younger self, playing as young girls do, under her native sun, dancing to the rhythms of a forgotten descendancy of how she came to be, tracing back through branches to get to the roots of a tree, generations of colorism meticulously redacted, to feel closer in line with European standards. These symptoms, New World Stockholm Syndrome, with generations of smelting and casting, fragmented colonial ideologies mixed with African and indigenous bodies into a mold to form chains I unknowingly inherited. A legacy of whitewashing and omission, discovering footprints of mothers long lost, so distant, who have left their imprint within the hues of my mahogany skin that hold untold stories of love, tragedy, but most importantly, survival. As history robbed these women of their names, I want to believe that I can hear them singing within the songs my mother hums to herself. As tears roll down my cheek, overwhelmed with love, overwhelmed with knowledge of self, as I built a shrine in my mind for these women. Because even in death, these women deserve dignity. Because even ghosts, every ghost, are born with names. End poem.
Whoa, Abe. Wow, so much love in that poem. Thank you for that. That was fire.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow, even ghosts are born with names. Yes, yes, yes. And even in death, these women deserve dignity. You brought the heat tonight, Abe. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad that I was able to hear you tonight. Let everybody know how to follow you, and then we're gonna close out with Rosalind Diaz.
Very good. You can find me on Instagram at fits_2_cuffs. Yeah, and I usually post poetry, photography stuff, motorcycle stuff. You can follow me there. I'll put it in the chat in a moment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Abraham Cardona. Okay, now let's close out with, through her big brown eyes, Rosalind Diaz.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, brujita linda de nuestros corazones. We love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. You know that.
So I'm gonna perform this new piece. Is I just finished it today. It's called HIPAA Laws and Clinical Notes. Dodging taboos since I exited the womb, see. It took a while for the storm to brew within me, and finally, when it hit, it was too late. Anyone who meant anything to me was drowning in a sea of fuck you, what about me? No one saw it coming, but then again, most natural disasters give little to no warning. Drenched in my own mess, I make it to an office where the first thing they ask is if I ever felt like harming me. And I say that death is the only thing that is guaranteed, and that I had no wishes to expedite the end of my journey. I asked her if she knew who I was. Told her I teach women not to give up. I said I knew she wasn't an ophthalmologist, but asked her to stare into my eyes to find where the promise is. Told her I am everything but typical, proudly original, and I wouldn't make it easy to glide that red pen across the page, or let her put me in a white jacket with straps, make me go away, that she didn't get to write me off that day. Asked how dare she try to put a label on me. Said I'm no danger to myself, and much less to society. Said all I aim to do is strive. Reminded her that I've loved a few men back to life after they've signed emotional DNRs. Told her that I've placed my healing hands over the nastiest scars and prevailed. Then I proceeded to unveil that I was a miracle child. I survived dynamics that no one ever thought I would. But I kept pushing like the little engine that knew she could. Though genetically my body fights for immunity and my organs have written me countless suicide notes, I'll have you know that I'm here because of my undying hope, to break cycles and to treat life as the best piece I've ever composed. Oh, Doc, it's not over yet, till the divine says end poem. Aren't you proud to be a mandated reporter? End poem.
Oh, and that's how you end the night. Rosalind Diaz, wow, everybody's loving it. Treat life as the best piece I've ever composed. Best piece ever composed. Polka Kessel his holy shit. It's not over till the divine says end poem, baby. Rosalind Diaz, through her big brown eyes. That's how you will see the world when you hear Rosalind. You will see it through her big, brown, beautiful eyes. Thank you. Rosalind Diaz representing BX Boogie 40 all day. Well, it's 11:11. There is a beautiful full moon out tonight. I'm going to say good evening and I will say hello. I'm going to go out there and look at the moon and connect with all of you. Thank you so much, sending you that healing energy, that creativity. May your cup runneth over. May you feel the joy of living life and just shine your beautiful light every day, every night. Gracias. Poetry is life, baby. I love all of you. Thursday night, my favorite night of the week because of all of you. Mwah! Buenas noches. Peace around the world. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka.